This is clip one around a subject called brain fog, which you may find interesting and helpful. It's been 50 days now since we've been in this lockdown period, with many of us continuing to work from home if we're not able to be out doing our jobs. And I know for me, in the beginning, the initial rush of adrenaline was a bit of a buzz, really. I was creating lists on my phone that I was going to do each day, setting myself objectives to get towards the end of the day so that each day I knew I'd achieved something valuable and meaningful. So what with feeling slightly wired in the beginning, I wasn't sleeping very well, averaging around 3-4 hours a night for the first maybe 4 or 5 weeks. Over the last week I've noticed a complete turnaround, so I'm sleeping much longer than I normally would, and I can begin to make a little bit of sense out of this and help maybe others understand what's happening in our bodies. When our anxiety goes up for whatever reason, our bodies are flooded with particular chemicals, brain chemicals, adrenaline, cortisol, causing us to feel anxious, sweaty, raised heartbeats, can stop us sleeping, can make us wake up in the night, can also make us feel quite depressed. If this is sustained for a long time, then something very different can happen. I became familiar with the term brain fog a couple of months ago when someone I know was receiving some long-term treatment, medical treatment, and they described the effect of chemicals in the body over time making you feel slightly confused. Now, this is exactly what can happen with anxious chemicals, adrenaline and cortisol. When they're in your system for a long time, you can become confused. So you no longer have the anxious feelings, the feelings of heart racing, etc. But they start to play tricks on you in terms of time distortion. So you start by not really being aware of what time of day it is, or maybe what day of the week it is, and if you've got less and less routine, this can become even more of a problem. So being completely unaware of times and days, etc. So it can start quite gradually, weekdays blurring into the weekend and that kind of thing, and then small tasks seem to become difficult to concentrate on. Lots and lots of things not getting completed because you just can't seem to concentrate on any one thing. I don't know if it's the same for other people, but that's what I was noticing last week. Increasingly impossible to concentrate on any one thing. So the first bit of really good news is this is absolutely normal during periods of sustained stress where you just can't seem to get away from because it's there all of the time at the moment. Even if you don't realise it, it is going to pass. It is one day going to be in the past. If you watch the next clip, perhaps we can find out what we might be able to do to overcome the effects of this thing we call brain fog.